DozhaToldya.com.
Yeah, I got my fans in the name. Told her bring it here, let me know if it's real. She say the way the ass moving, you know what it is. Told her bring it here, let me know if it's real. She say the way the ass move, you know what it is. Baby go crazy, 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 go baby go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go baby go crazy. Drop, hold, got that bag and pussy in control. Baby, you win and let these niggas know that you're looking for a king, nothing else gon' go. Baby got a knot in her purse, don't fold. And a baby 9, she'll let that bitch go. Now she ain't on Forbes or showing off her net. But once she put that shit on, man, I walk, look, rehearse, bring it back, reverse, bring it back, reverse. No filter needed, but the caption read, bitch, word, check out the hip, word, slit to the tip, pull, baby, better keep her. Baby, go crazy, 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 go baby, go crazy, 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 go baby, go crazy, 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 go baby, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go baby, go crazy. You ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with that nigga, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with that nigga, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with that nigga, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, you ain't fucking with, stop, drop, hold, got that bag and pussy in control. Baby, you win and let these niggas know that you're looking for a king, nothing else gon' go. Baby, gotta stop, drop, hold, got that bag and pussy in control. Baby, you win and let these niggas know that you're looking for a king, nothing else gon' go. Baby, gotta crazy, go 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 baby, go crazy, 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 go baby, go crazy, 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 go baby, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go baby, go crazy, go crazy, go baby, go crazy.
You're listening to DozhaToldya Radio.
Yo, welcome back. Welcome back. Part 2, DozhaToldya Podcast, the 41. 41, you know, we go over 40, man. Just gotta be the one, man. The one, the only, your boy Dame Dozha here. That was Tony Red, Billy Go Crazy. My boy Tony Red is currently in Wakanda. I don't know, I should have told him to call in from Wakanda and let us know what was going on, but I don't know, he might have tried to spoil the movie, so it's probably for the better that he just come in and give us an expert analysis next week of what the movie was about. Hopefully, I might get another tattoo, man. Are we echoing? Oh, yeah. All right, so we good now? Yeah, I might have to get me another doing the X tattoo. Chadwick, man. I know I'm gonna cry, man, watching the movie. I know I'm gonna cry. Like, I ain't even, no doubt in my mind that it's gonna be a tearjerker. Yeah, appreciate that, y'all. Shout out to Kofi. Shout out to G-Sap. And yeah, thank you everybody for sticking around for part 2. The best part, where we get serious. We get here nerdy, serious. Many arguments come in part 2. Whether we talking about Republicans or we talking about Republicans. Nah, man. I just want to say that I've not come in here to brag. This is not me like rubbing y'all face in it, and this clear cut victory that I called for a very long time, but I'm really calling a presidential victory. Because it's DozhaToldya time. Yeah, it is DozhaToldya time. It's time once again for me to bring it back to when I told y'all. Ron DeSantis, I wish my boy Merle was here, because he was the one in particular that I had to tell her. He was like, And you know, I said I wasn't gonna vote. I did vote. I did my part. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what everybody say. I did my part I played my part of American society. I went out and voted. And then you got your certain folks that be damn near mad at you for voting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you vote. Well, you do it. You ain't gonna get nothing from them folks for voting. Why did you vote? Well, hey, man, I can. You know, I can. I did. You know, whether or not we won or not, that ain't me winning. But nah, man, I told y'all Ron DeSantis was gonna win. Like, that's all. Like, basically, like, he won by easy margin. He's really firing up his people. And Ron DeSantis said, and I quote, Florida is where the woke comes to die. Unquote. Ron DeSantis. Now, I don't know if who likes the woke, if I'm considered like, I think I am considered like the woke. So he's saying he don't even see whatever like y'all forgot to say about him.
Today, after 4 years, the people have delivered their verdict. Freedom is here to stay. Now, thanks to the overwhelming support of the people of Florida, we not only won election, we have rewritten the political map. Thank you for honoring us with a win for the ages. We have embraced freedom. We have maintained law and order. We have protected the rights of parents. We have respected our taxpayers, and we reject woke ideology. We fight the woke in the legislature. We fight the woke in the schools. We fight the woke in the corporations. We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Florida is where woke goes to die. We've accomplished more than anybody thought possible 4 years ago, but we've got so much more to do, and I have only begun to fight. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for a historic landslide victory.
Gotta get him his time. Oh, that probably was echoing too, huh? Gotta get that boy his time, man. You know, victory speech. They was mad. But, you know, I didn't think Charlie Christie was going to get it done. I ain't even really know the dude's name, but they tried. Other notable wins or losses, Stacey Abrams lost to Brian Kemp in Georgia for the second time. Stacey Abrams is very instrumental in mobilizing the black vote in Georgia. And rural counties in Georgia, Stacey Abrams has really done what she can to protect voters' rights, and she raised a high number of votes. But if you can remember, Florida and Georgia during the pandemic stayed open. Some of the things that he may mean by woke ideology may include climate control and may include vaccine mandates and things of that nature, but it also may and does include gerrymandering and practices that are considered racist and to the detriment of black folks. That's why a lot of folks don't really like Ron DeSantis for that matter, because they pretty much say that he's racist. And he basically is more so saying that he wants states to stay the same. And we all know that America is going through another yet metamorphosis. America has been changing, but for a long time, America has done more change in a very short amount of time than they've done in a very long period of time. So there's a lot of long period traditions that they may consider woke ideology, because people are now changing those long traditions of the power dynamic in this country. And we've been talking about Kanye, and Kyrie has been the media whipping boy for the last few years because of what some may consider woke ideology, right? So Kyrie has beliefs that some are bizarre, like his flat earth theories, or even some may say his vaccination theories. But if you put that to the side, because we all have the right to believe in what we want to believe in, there's a lot of folks that's believing in a lot of crazy things here in this country. You mean what he posted? Because you can't really play the post. I wish I could play the actual movie in the short form. But the woke ideology of Kyrie is not just one dynamic. There's a lot of different dynamics to it. And there's a lot of people that feels that he may feel no matter what race you may be. There's people that may be considered woke and that are white, and there's people that may be considered white woke and they black. So whenever someone is going against the grain, people may then call them quote unquote woke then. And just the practices that media attacks those that are going against the grain and has their own thoughts kind of makes it kind of like, that's what makes it wrong. That's what makes it controversial. That's what makes it in some instances racial.
Hindsight, are you sorry for the hurt?
Because it's always done to a certain set of people. Let's listen.
I'll take my responsibility for posting that.
Responded.
Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, in the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So I'll take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
What are the specific things in the documentary that you don't believe are true and that you don't believe represent your wrongs?
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith in the community, for sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared. And I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility. Then that's where I sit. So, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing. So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception
Watch
is.
college football.
You guys
all
investigate my
season long.
life
Live.
every day, and you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return, figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things, because just because I post a documentary doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic, and doesn't mean that I'm automatically standing with everyone that is believing in that. So it's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I can stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be, looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, and I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. I never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me, respectfully, to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
Kyrie, for the record, do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Again, I'm gonna repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not gonna turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
What does that mean?
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
I was informed that they wanted to have a meeting, and we handled it.
So if you didn't see the graphic
Players around the league this week about Kyrie Irving's social media posts and subsequent comments. I was just curious, why do you think that is, considering this league is so socially conscious?
I'm not sure. If you want to ask me a question, you can ask me. I can't speak for 449 players.
Sure. Certainly your position, you've been in the position the best to speak for the league. I can tell you this. It's simple. Me personally, I don't condone any hate to any kind, to any race, to Jewish communities, to black communities, to Asian communities. You guys know where I stand, and it's part of the reason why I didn't air the Shop episode, why we kicked that, out of the archives, because it was hate conversation going on there, and I don't represent that. There's no place in this world for it. Nobody can benefit from that, and I believe what Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people, and he has since over the last, I think today or was it yesterday, he apologized, but he caused some harm, and I think it's unfortunate, but I don't stand on the position to harm people when it comes to your voice or your platform or anything. And so it doesn't matter what color your skin is, how tall you are, what position you are in. If you are promoting or soliciting or saying harmful things to any community that harm people, then I don't respect it. I don't condone it. Considering you do identify that his actions as being harmful to people, what do you believe could be a resolution for him to get past the current suspensions that he has with the Nets and Nike?
I don't know. Because at the end of the day, Kyrie is his own man. He stands up in front of the media and speaks. He is a man. He has a great family. I mean, I love the kid. Well, he's not even a kid anymore. He's 30. He just said that the other day in his presser. I was like, it's insane. I don't know the direction, the steps that he take, but he's apologized for what he said. And I hope that he understands that what he said was harmful to a lot of people. And we as humans, none of us are perfect, but I hope he understands how, what he did or the actions that he took was just harmful to a lot of people. I really didn't get into it too much, but I understand that when you hurting anybody, I understand that. That is just common sense.
I still ain't figure out what he said that hurted people.
All right, you guys, so pro basketball updates, hit the like and the subscribe.
I guess I'm just ignorant because I can't figure out.
Social media. People would
They done spun it so many times. I don't know what he said to make people hurt. Actually.
You're listening to DozhaToldya Radio.
What did he say? I ain't heard him say nothing, to be honest, but but his peers.
That was that he said a bunch of stuff to hurt people?
Yeah, what all that man said make me wonder. I want to go back and listen to actually what did he say.
Now, that was the first time many of you may have heard everything in its entirety. And yes, Shed said, we were so well spoken and articulate throughout his entire interview, and they used the last 10 seconds to make him look stupid.
I can't say that.
But that's what he said. That's what Shed said.
Yeah.
I can't say that it made him look stupid at all. He
like he gave him too much. He spoke too long and gave him too much that,
because he said basically y'all gonna keep asking me the same thing. It's like, and they said we just want you to say yes or no. I'm not anti-Semitic, but he basically said that 3 times already. And then now it's like I got to be a little smart with it, you know. And they don't like no smart nigga.
I just want you to say yes or no. Say yes or no, sir.
Say yes sir or no, sir. And so Kyrie loses his Nike endorsement, and Nike is saying they're on the record of saying that they don't think that they can repair this relationship. I mean, he's already set to lose like 1.5 for the 5-game suspension, and now they have a list of demands for Kyrie to adhere to. And I mean, any job that you have, they have rules at every job. TC says he's going to lose his job because of his ego. Shed says they call letter spin in the media. He didn't bend to the one demand on denouncing anti-Semitism, and they ignored that he said he loves all walks of life, which answers the anti-Semitic question. Right. So he don't say yes, but he says I love all walks of life. So
and the last thing he said is I can't be anti-Semitic
if I know where
I come from. Basically, if I'm a Jew and I know that my descendants are original Jews, how can I be anti-Semitic?
Right. So how can I be anti something that I'm a part of, and I've done my history and I've done my research, and I'm spreading that information. A lot of folks have watched the documentary. A lot of information I'm seeing from people that have watched the documentary that there is no anti-Semitism in the documentary. People feel that Kyrie should sue. But in the event that Kyrie gets stripped of all his financial dependencies, things that he needs financially to feed his family, and then you have the likes of Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James, Jalen Rose, everybody else that's in-house, quote unquote, in-house niggas. They're not these people every day maybe, but they have to perform in this capacity for, quote unquote, the Jewish media. So that's where the lines are drawn. It's practically proven a lot of things that Kanye has said right. But again, the way Kanye says a lot of his things seems to be the bigger issue. How and when and where he delivers his message is usually misinterpreted. So you have a lot of folks that are jumping, what they call gang piling, dog piling on Kyrie right now. Shucking and jiving, tap dancing for their superior. And I don't even like when people be saying that, like in the job industry, right? They'd be like, your superiors. And I never got down with that too well anyway. I'd be like, my superiors? You know, I'll turn into Tupac real quick, be like, ain't no superior, ain't no man, like, y'all already know how I feel, I don't even like boss. And I noticed that a lot of people, that's their go-to thing, boy, to disarm you. It's boss man. You got it, boss man. That boss thing, boy. But you know, it's really the subtlety sometimes when you think about it. The subtle similarities and butt breaking and what's going on with Kyrie Irving Kyrie West. And the little excerpt of the minister speaking that we played earlier is actually a part of a larger. I didn't listen to the entire speech, but I gotta go back and go check that out.
Take off your shoes, son.
And the movie, for that matter, I did offer the pushback on even why are certain people deciding to want to have that mark, or because everybody can't be a part of the bloodline, right? So some Jews aren't Jews, and some Jews that they say aren't Jews are Jews. But in today's America, it's not like I will then say, hey, I'm Jew. And now
You keep calling yourself black?
the richest, I still would be a black Jew at that point. And being in America, like basically being of so many different cultures, black is not an accurate term for who we are, but it's seemingly more accurate than to some Israelites. And some may say Israelites is more accurate than the term black. So you're going to be faced in a situation where everyone's not going to agree. Everyone's not going to fall under this bloodline. But many of us could be a part of that bloodline. And if we are, do we start practicing? Do we start living in the practice? I seen a live today. I was seeing a lot of listening on a couple of conversations about this subject. And so that's what some people, some are saying that is a part of that solution, is living in the practice. Right? If you are now knowledgeable, if you now have that knowledge and you now accept that as your bloodline, are you to, carry yourself under that, under the rules of that faith? And if you don't, does that make you any less obedient, especially of your bloodline and who you say you are? So that's what I mean. And I kind of was questioning what will it change to people, as far as money wise. These people will still be in control. People that are in control will still play their power at this point. And yes, there's opportunity for us to learn more information. There's more information available for us in this day. And yes, we, like he said, you should read and research and take whatever, like you say. I don't know if I should have wanted to get a DNA test at one point. Not a DNA test, but one of those ancestry things. But some folks say once they have your DNA, they do whatever with your DNA, and they have you kind of in the database, and you could then be guilty of something, and they'll know how to find you now because they have you marked. And it's probably part of the woke tools. Anti-woke tools, I guess I would say. But I guess I went from talking about Kyrie, the election. I didn't really even talk about neither one, but we got kind of deep in there. Pause. LeBron later on went and retracted his statements and said that Kyrie should be able to play. Update on LeBron's statements. He said Kyrie should be able to play He felt the way he felt, but Kyrie should at least be able to play basketball without having to do these demands that they're asking Kyrie do. And some of the demands, issue a verbal apology and condemn the anti-Semitic film he shared. Share the apology on social media. That's gonna be the biggest one because he gonna feel like it's not anti-Semitic, and people gonna say it's not. And then you have the same thing that we talk about from time to time, that you can't tell a person what they're offended on, especially if you don't come from that culture. But it's like us telling them what we're offended about. But at some point, we are going to come close to having to make a decision and mobilize on who we're going to support and why we're going to support them. And a lot of these things that people are doing by dogpiling on Kyrie is just wrong. I'm not with that. I actually just want him to play basketball because I like watching him play basketball and what he means to the basketball court. But at the same time, I'm not mad that he is standing in the being the sacrificial lamb by keeping his integrity and representing his beliefs. Because every American man especially has that right of believing in what they want to believe in and standing on that. Now, when it comes to your check, sometimes some people may have to bargain and negotiate and, sacrifice certain things when it comes to what their check is going. And here we are. But they want to do sensitivity trainings, share that apology on social media, meet with the Jewish leaders in Brooklyn community, and meet with Josiah. I guess he's the owner, and the Josiah going to decide if he done enough. You done enough suffering, boy. We done took your shoes away. Nike gonna take your shoes away. The Kyrie 8s are not gonna come out. Adidas took pretty much everything away from Kanye, according to shoes and status.
That's why I'm punishment.
And they said that they still gonna sell Kanye the Yeezys. They gonna put a W on it. My boy, shout out to my boy Sweezy. He say they gonna put a W on the Yeezys and call them Wheezies. But shoot, Sweezy, why don't they put the W and the S on that thing and call them Sweezies? You can find your Sweezies at Marshall's, man. Yeah, man, y'all go find your Sweezies phone posits at Marshall's. And yeah, Adidas say they still gonna sell them things, and y'all still gonna buy them. Say, pay them country. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. Pay them country niggas nothing. Pay them country niggas nothing. They don't know what they talking about. You think we gonna pay them country niggas some money? No way. You better come with your apology, boy. If you know what's good for you. Want to share that movie. DeSantis already said in Florida where the woke come to die. You're not playing no games in Florida. And a lot of us ain't gonna go nowhere either, What do you do? Sit back and just watch it. Do you be a part? What do you do, Like I said, am I part of the woke campaign? Because I do DozhaToldya Radio. And we talk about these things. I guess we keep it moving on. Herschel Walker versus Reverend Warnock, man. The Warnock versus Walker runoff. Another DozhaToldya. Another clear example of DozhaToldya. I told y'all, man, even though Herschel Walker has not won yet, the fact that he's even in the runoff at this point to the incumbent Reverend Warnock. And I haven't really done that much. I know we talked about Warnock 2 years ago when he won the Senate seat, historic moment. But Herschel Walker actually just being in it and just being dumber than a box of rocks. They got commercials. If you've been in Georgia, you really been seeing the commercials. People say they're tired of seeing the Herschel Walker commercials. Where y'all gonna be seeing them over the Thanksgiving break, probably over like like they putting some money behind Herschel Walker, believe it. You know what I'm saying? Probably goes be seeing some of Herschel Walker during the Thanksgiving Dallas Cowboy game. I know you gonna see some stuff during the Dallas Cowboy Herschel Walker game. You can believe it. You can believe it. Yeah, I wish we had we need somebody to do some skits or whatever. Saturday Night Live is gonna have a ball, but it's gonna be even more fun when he get the seat because they're gonna be asking him questions, all kind of stuff, and he, it's just gonna be even more fun. Not for I don't know, of course he's a political pawn, and we all know, Herschel Walker is not the clear best candidate for the job by far. Experience, is just part of that reason. But when I tell you he's gonna win because of the design and the game that I'm actually starting to see, I hate that he gonna win. I hated that Ron DeSantis was gonna win, but when you winners, you winners. Everybody want to be down with the winners, so sometimes even from the winner side, you think they give a damn that we don't like them? Boys don't give no fucks. That we don't give no fucks about them either. So, other than that, it's been kind of an even. It wasn't really the red wave that people was predicting. That's what a lot of folks been saying on CNN. It wasn't really the red wave. The president spoke the other day about, the fact that he probably was gonna he's also gonna run again.
1,000 white Jews getting killed ain't worth my fingernail.
Hey man, I don't even know where that came from. I think I opened up the wrong video or something here on YouTube, man. They be putting all kind of stuff on YouTube. And by the way, why should they punish only Kyrie Irving? Why should Kyrie Irving be the only person that's punished and not Jeff Bezos of Amazon? When they're clearly profiting from the film that started off at $3 for a rental and shot up to nearly $14 for the rental. And something like that. It's like $10 for the rental or something like that. It was $3 at first to rent it, and the whole movie was $14. Now to buy the movie is like $50 or something to own the movie and to have the documentary. It's like a 3-hour documentary. Some folks have watched it, whatever. I'm not really interested because it wouldn't really change anything for me. You know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. But I also don't think that the film may even be anti-Semitic. And I understand that sometimes the label of anti-Semitic, we can't really say what that label is because the definition is not clear. We're not going by the definition. We're going by the people that, I guess, made and defends that term. And so if they say that that's what it is and that's how they, feel, then we have to
give us reparation.
Yeah. And that's where the lines are being drawn in a lot of different ways. But again, you have one set of people that are a lot more organized than the other. So moving right along.
Let's mobilize, baby.
Moving right along. Paul Pelosi, man, thoughts and prayers to Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi for being attacked in a home burglary the other week. I didn't talk about it, and it was kind of a bad thing that we didn't talk about it. Nancy has not announced whether or not she's gonna retire after her term's over. And she's never been the kind of person to kind of fight back down. That's why they all love her. But they don't actually all love her. It seems like she's actually in danger. And by now, when is enough? You say, hey, it's up to him. He got to sit down and be a part of the conversation. He do, but he might end up Like my boy, I'm just gonna quote. Right now, I'm being asked to do something, and I'm just gonna quote Kendrick Lamar and say, "What the fuck is cancel culture, dog?" Say what I want us to you niggas. I'm like Oprah, dog. You know what I'm saying? That boy Kendrick Lamar, man.
Kendrick for president, man.
Kendrick Lamar, man. Say what I. But yeah, proving Kanye right in a lot of different aspects, and he actually said, "Who you think invented cancel culture? Who you think are the people that's actually able to really cancel you?" And he went against the people that could really cancel you, and they showing you. Speaking of canceled, the baby has been in the news, rapping his butt off, and I want to tell some of you rappers if the baby get like basically he jokes about it, but he so-called fell off. And he still decides to kind of rap his way and work his way up out of it. Damn it, that inspires me at least. Because I know a couple of his stuff. I was like, well, damn, the baby. A lot of them songs sometimes I don't fuck with. But boy, you was a rapping motherfucker. And you know, just the effort that he's putting to put himself back in position is quite honorable. But they said that he was so-called fell off and giving away tickets to his show. And I think Alabama, he had a show that was buy one, get one free. Announced to be buy one, get one free over the internet. Or somebody had tickets that was buy one, get one free. Speaking of tickets, they are reportedly selling tickets to Takeoff's funeral. And a lot of that's kind of been in the news. And it's going to be a spectacle tomorrow. Again, it's kind of like the hip-hop Beatles, the Migos are, and to lose a member, it's going to be quite the spectacle. People, they probably will try to film his body in that casket. If anybody gets a chance, they're going to probably try to do that. That's just what this generation does. A lot of folks have been online. I hope they don't let them take pictures of the body. But you could believe it. If it's there, then it's gonna be on camera because everybody got cameras and cameras on everything. Yeah. I mean, people gonna sell tickets if they get their hands on some tickets like that. People coming in and out of town. Atlanta gonna be a very busy place this weekend. What else, man? Talk about just about everything. 8 billion people. They say we almost up to 8 billion people in the world. I don't know if that's claps or whatever. They say Nick Cannon is doing his part in making sure that the world stays populated. Amen. Nick Cannon got baby mamas popping up every month, man. The same set of baby mamas, man. And I don't know if some of the women are just jealous or people just, you know, they want to be a part of the Nick Cannon family. But in another 40 years, everybody gonna be related to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got a baby from all races. But yeah, I think he on 12, coming up on 12. And before you know it, 13 gonna be right around the way, man. But we got 8 billion people now in the world that's being reported right now. What else was serious that happened? Elon Musk is fucking up Twitter. Bad Kathy Griffin and just making Twitter kind of crazy. You can still look up people talk bad about niggas. Talk bad about anything on there. Pretty much do whatever you want to do except piss off Elon Musk. So just don't impersonate anybody. Don't mock anybody, especially Elon Musk, and you should be fine. But they say Twitter is pretty much the value of Twitter is dropping dramatically. The value in all things in stock is kind of dropping dramatically, except for the value of White Lives Matter trademark. The trademark turns out that there's 2 black guys that are the owner of White Lives Matter trademark, and they say that they are willing to give it up for $1 billion. They say they'll give up the trademark to whoever wants to buy it, and they gonna and when they get that money, they gonna donate it to the right people or whatever they want to do. So it turns out that Kanye couldn't use the White Lives Matter because they were gonna run a cease and desist on. And I don't even know. That kind of story was kind of like funny that it kind of came up like out of nowhere, but they say 2 black radio hosts own the White Lives Matter trademark. Ramses Ja and Quentin Ward are co-hosts of a social justice radio show, basically a podcast, Civic Cypher, and they have been the owners of the trademark phrase since late October. Also, they went out of trademark that shit at the last minute. It ain't like they been had that shit. They talking about late October. So they went out and trademarked it real quick and keep it out of the hands of evil. I don't know, man. One thing to beat the double cross is the triple cross. All right, so Tyson Foods CFO arrested for waking up in the wrong bed. Have you ever just went home to the wrong house and just been so fucked up when you left the party that you just didn't know where you was going and you went into the wrong house and got inside the house and just got inside the wrong bed? You done got undressed. Apparently, white folks do that. And he's not really the only white person that has done that. That was the thing that the white lady did when she went into the wrong house and she shot the black man in his own house. Remember the police officer that did that? But yeah, the Tyson Foods CFO was arrested because he woke up in the bed in somebody else's house. So we may have to he may have to bring back Drew Hill because they say somebody sleeping in. I don't know. I'm scared to play it because they probably kick me off of Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, man, sleeping in my bed, man. That man pulled a real life Goldilocks. You'll be surprised what some of the stuff some of these guys would be arrested for. Shout out to the guy who was arrested for streaking at the Jaguar game. He looked like he was having the time of his life. He was running through the Jaguar field, dodging. And white folks do that. They like get dared to, I dare you to streak at the Jaguar game and just take a charge. Get a little lawyer, get that charge expunged and keep on living their life. Anyway, Tyson, 32, was arrested Sunday morning in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and booked in Washington County Jail. Tyson, who is the great-grandson of the founder of the meat processing giant, was charged with public intoxication and criminal trespass. Tyson allegedly entered a home that wasn't his and was found asleep on a bed by a woman who lived there. What? The woman called the police and identified Tyson through his driver's license. The arrest report said Tyson was released the same day on bond. Yeah, he rich, man. He said, he just was drunk. It got to be a little deeper than that, though. She probably used to deal with him, and he probably got loaded up on coke. They was having an affair. He ended up falling asleep over there or whatever. Just she couldn't get him up. And so she had to call the police on her because he done fell asleep in the bed while they was having an affair. And her husband come home and find out. So she called the police on Tyson, and now he got to go to jail and tell them folks that he walked into the wrong house and fell asleep in the wrong bed. Bullshit. Stop the cap. Yeah, man, we got to get my boy. We gonna have to get that. get that as a we need that as a new sound effect. Stop the cap. Cause I just broke it down the whole thing for y'all just that fast. It didn't even take that long. Just figured that one out immediately. So yeah.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Cap. Cap.
All right, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Got us a new sound effect, man. Cap. Rest in peace to Takeoff. That's our time, man. We've been here for a good little minute. Talked about a lot of different things. Happy birthday to my little brother Bryce. Happy birthday to Big Pun, Armor, French Montana. A lot of Scorpios coming up, man. My cousin Tori's birthday coming up. I can't wait, man. I'm gonna have to go up there and see what them boys talking about, man, up there in the A. Quick question or whatever that I'll leave y'all to ponder, or we'll ponder before we go. If you guys had the chance to know your expiration date, if you had a chance to know when you would die and how, would you want to find out? Would you want to know? Or would you and if you did find out, I don't think I would want to find out because I don't want to wreck my brain on that. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to put that chip in your body. And the chip in your body, they're going to tell you that the chip in your body could tell you, this, I don't know this to be true or not, but it just makes sense to me. They're going to put the chip in your body and say, hey, man, if you get the chip, you're going to find out where you going, your expiration dates, quote unquote, and you could try to do whatever you can past that point. But I don't know. How would y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Anybody hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all would think. How would you feel? Hey Monet, how you doing? Appreciate the support, everybody. Appreciate the support. Brianna of Diamond in the Rough. Appreciate the support. Shout out to the sponsors. Indulgence, Southern Bistro on 315 Forsyth Street. Make sure you check out the brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Make sure you also check out That's Lemonade at the Beach Boulevard Flea Market, I think. And they also are available online, maybe for catering or something like that. I need to do more information or do more. But if anybody knows any businesses that need sponsorship and want to, get a quick little shout out, send me the information. I got y'all on the shout out tip. Free shout outs all November. What else we got? Yeah. This weekend, TC, Friday night house party, Hurricane edition. Speaking of the Hurricanes, we lost. Yeah, y'all got us, Florida State fans. Congratulations to all the Florida State fans. Y'all beat us this year. The Hurricanes freaking suck. But that's why y'all don't need to mess with y'all. If y'all gonna, beat up on the Hurricanes like that, then that's why the Hurricane came and beat up on us. You know what I'm saying? The Hurricane went and got his cousin Nicole, and now Nicole coming and beat up on us a little bit. And y'all got to leave Sugarcane alone. Y'all got to leave, what else? Y'all got to leave the Hurricanes alone. Y'all got to leave cocaine alone. Y'all can't mess with none of the Canes. Since all you Florida State fans, want to beat up on the Canes, then how about y'all beat up on that cocaine and leave the cocaine alone then? Shout out and respect to Deion Sanders of JSU. Kept them boys from leaving last week in Houston and keeping a tight-knit family out there in Mississippi. Who else we shouting out? Shout out to DJ Shed Street on Sundays, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock Sunday. We need to call it something else other than gospel. Sunday soul Well, we play soul music after the DJ Shed Street Sunday mixtape, and it's basically positive gospel rap was rap without all that killing and stuff in it, but it sounds damn good. I guess I can still say damn, right? But anyway, y'all check us out right here on the Midst of the channel on Sundays. We got interviews coming up. If anybody needs an interview, hit me up, DozhaToldya@gmail.com. Make sure you hit us up at the Cash App, DozhaToldyaRadio. Send whatever you like, except for Black and Wild and Shed Street. Don't send anything. Thank y'all for sending something last week. You know, I don't want to be shaking down DJ Shed every week, but hey, man, we had a really, really good show last week. We had over 100 likes. Shout out to TC. I can't wait to see what he comes with tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in and follow DJ TC. That's TCEEZY Troy. TROY. DJ TCZ Troy, man, we still trying to get his followers up, and we trying to get the followers up on all platforms, man, especially YouTube. Appreciate the YouTube love. It had a personal best this week on YouTube, and we're doing a lot of personal bests here on the platform, and so I just appreciate everybody. Just keep doing what y'all doing, sharing it. We're starting to spread. Like I said, the doors are closed. The buckles are fastened, and we are starting the vehicle and ready to hit the gas, man. So since we hitting the gas, we finna get on up out of here. Let me see what we got up in. Speaking of gas, we got a new one from Good Gas Johnny, and we got one from, look like my boy T Given sent me one. So we got one from Good Gas Johnny, and we got one from T Givens. Let's get into that right now. To close the show out, T Givens, this one's called Loner Baby. Again, y'all send in the music, DozhaToldya@gmail.com if you would like to get in rotation on DozhaToldya Radio. It is a screening process, but you can send your music link. We play music off of Tidal. Send me the music link. We'll check you out. We'll let you know if you are a part of it, and how much it costs to actually be vetted to be a part of have the rotation on DozhaToldya Radio. But we check out everybody on the DozhaToldya Podcast, man. So let's get into the email. This was Loner Baby by T Givens. Good Gas Johnny coming up next. Appreciate all the love. Oh, I'm a loner, baby. Speaking of loners, GSAP, Jaguar Jig and Review. Y'all go check out the new Jig and Review. GSAP say the Kansas City Chiefs gonna beat he said the Jacksonville Jaguars gonna beat the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. Now GSAP, you got to be one of the most optimistic fans. Jaguar fans, you got to respect them, man. Y'all are loyal, man. Like, so anything I can do to keep a Jaguar fan on my good side, I'm gonna do that, because Jaguar fans are loyal as hell. Like, but congratulations to the Jaguars for beating the Raiders the other week, and I don't know about this next win though, man. So we'll see. Tune in to Jig and Review right here on DozhaToldya Radio at 12 o'clock. And we also got Saturday R&B or party or whatever DJ TC or me come up with, man. Saturday is kind of like a freestyle. We just like to have a lot of fun, but it's actually one of the biggest days. So thank you, everybody. Let's get back to the music. T Givens, Loner Baby, DozhaToldya exclusive.
DozhaToldya.com.